welcome back once again. This is Ali from Ali's World. Today I'm here to tell you a story, how I landed in UAE, what happened in the first 1 year I lived in UAE. Guys, it was a big challenge. Really, it wasn't easy. To start the story, or to cut the story short, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please enable to subscribe, and also don't forget to give a video thumbs up and also share. Guys, I need you to subscribe. At least I want to reach 1K subscribers. Guys, my story is here. Is my story. Do you have a story? Have you traveled anywhere around the world? How did you go? Did you go to work, to visit? How was it? Here is my real story, the true story, the truth about me arriving in UAE, Abu Dhabi. Hey, yeah, as we go in the story deeper, guys, don't forget subscribe, okay? So a day came, I had to travel to UAE. My husband had just left 1 week before I also joined him, but my husband just came back for just a short emergency because he was already there. Me, I went in 2016 and my husband was there from 2011. Guys, it wasn't easy. I'm talking to a woman or a wife who had to travel and join a husband, but the husband was not staying with him. It wasn't easy, and many of you there, you are passing the same life I'm going to explain here. Whatever happened to me is still happening, and many of you are facing those challenges, but trust me, you will overcome the challenges. It is not easy to travel from home and go abroad to work. Here is my story. From Uganda to UAE, I went direct to UAE with a residential visa. Guys, it's not easy from here to get a residential visa, but me already I had like a residential visa with a work permit, so I was going to work in a salon as a hairstylist. Guys, a day came, I was happy, I was overwhelmed, I was feeling that I have to go, but at the same time I was like, how I wish I can stay. But again, the same time, whenever I thought about this condition and the situation in Uganda, I was like, whatever come, let me go. I had to go. My journey before I go, it was just in days, because even I had prepared a huge land to harvest maize, but I couldn't because everything was happening at a high rate. From 1 week to 3 weeks, I was already in UAE. I reached UAE. Before I went to UAE, it's not easy. The person or one of my relatives told me, don't bother to come with clothes. Here there is many clothes, shoes, everything is here. Don't bother to come with anything. Guys, I also believed in her, and I was like, let me take like one dress maybe, because even if everything is there, there is no way I will reach immediately and get that everything for free. So let me go with these 2 clothes, the one I was in, the one I won when I was going, and the one I packed that was a blue dress. Guys, I was happy. Of course, no, everyone is happy. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about whenever my husband explained to me how is the flight, the first journey. I passed everything and I arrived in UAE. When I arrived in UAE, my work, I slept at the home of my relative, one of my relatives. I slept there one day, and early in the morning, I went in May. It was May 23rd. I cannot forget, in 2016. And when I woke up, I had to prepare myself because she had to drop me and hand me over to my boss. So that's why I had to wake up early and I arranged myself. Then after, we had to get out and we go because she had a car, and she drove me up to my boss, whom I faced, and she was a Ethiopian by nature and by nationality. She was the owner of the salon. And ncha recording a video yango jakudeda. And jakudeda ulide ne alu yakadda genda ku mobile money. Then we talked by the lady. The lady was a bit like, the way she looked at me, she looked to be nice and humble. But in my instinct, you know me, I'm used to look straight away in someone's eyes straight. So I looked at her deeply. Deep in her, there was something I saw, but I was like, whatever happens, I'm here to stay. I'm not going back to Uganda. As you know, guys, everyone say like that. So when she left, my relative left, and I had to join. The lady was nice, and I was like, wow, I've met a wonderful lady. So I started working. I was happy to introduce my skills, my styles, my Ugandan talent. Guys, I can't wait to explain. I can't wait to finish the story, because I know many of you, when you are in Uganda, you are like, everyone's goal is to go abroad. But when you reach there, everything turns upside down. So I started to work in the first week, 1 week. After like the same day I arrived, I had to proceed with the proper documents, like to work on my documents so that I can get an inlet ID. Then in the afternoon, I was told to make, no, in the next day afternoon, when my boss, because my boss was always coming in early in the morning, then she leaves at 12, then she comes back at 3. So that day she came back at 3. The next day, that is the 25th. Guys, that's when fire, that's when crying, that's when everything started. You know, everything to just come into a boom, and life had to become a living hell. Guys, you can't believe a person who went abroad thinking that you know everything. I knew life is a challenge, and when you go somewhere, you can learn. There are many things, new things. But when I reached in UAE salons, everything was totally different. Guys, it was totally different. Only the unique thing I had was to make twist, because I believe, me, I've worked in UAE salons, Ugandan twist is the best. Is a proper twist, though there is a way twist slowly, but it's nice. But the only problem is it's slow. They make it slow, blah blah. But this one, when you twist it, minutes. So if you mix the Ugandan technique and the other technique and you make twist, my goodness, you will die of money, you will die of richness. So that day, they gave me one client who was a Ugandan, and they told me to make pencil cornrows. Guys, the first challenges I faced the first day I reached in the salon was like, all my fellow employees, we are just shown the picture and you make the hair the way it is exactly. You know, these people or these customers who like the same copy, whatever on the style she has shown you, to appear on her head. My dear, it's a total, I felt like I'm going to die. I felt like, should I go back home? What can I do? But sincerely speaking, if Uganda and UAE were neighbors and you can cross by border, even me, by that time I was even ready to cross by foot. That's when I started to shiver. I was like, what is this? I didn't know. But inside me, I was like, no, I know myself. I can learn faster, as fast as I can. Then they gave me a client to make cornrows. That is pencil. Guys. Hey, I cannot tell what happened. Oh, hey, crying. Oh, hey. Really, I felt like crying deeply inside my heart. I was crying, but they could not see me, but I was crying inside my heart, because according to what I saw in the morning, my fellow employee, they were doing, my dear, hey, I couldn't believe after 4 years, I couldn't believe myself that I can make cornrows in 1 hour and I finish everything. But when that day I imagined, oh, I couldn't. They gave me the client. I started making. I was shivering. All eyes on me, guys. All eyes on me. You know that feeling when you are in the new, guys, you know it. You know people who working in companies in UAE. Everyone, when you are new, everyone is on, the eyes are on you. Any mistake, they are looking at you like this. And this one is different. You remember salons, they have mirrors, they have, everyone is like this, cameras. I felt like dying. I felt like if it is possible, there is another flight, I can go back home. But another heart is telling me, you can't go back home. Everyone is waiting. The day I traveled, everyone thought I'm a billionaire. Everyone saw me in a different category. What about if I go back just like that? So I was like, be strong. You have to do it. Guys, I can't tell. That day, I was like, let me do it. I started here. The first challenge, which brought me down to earth, even I felt like I wanted to collapse. I felt like, you know, my boss came and saw the 3 lines I had made, and she just said, what is this? Rubbish. You know, guys, you know that feeling. Even right now I still feel it. Even the day I was going away in the salon, the day when I finished my contract, when now I became a master, I was like, I always feel that thing. It is still in my ears. What is this rubbish? Oh, my heart was like pumping even more than 100. I was shivering. I wanted to go to the toilet. And the lady I was making, she was very calm, because what they used to find customers who are not hard and who are okay, to give them beginners, like newcomers or joiners. So that's what they did. For her, she was quiet because she's a Ugandan. And what they do, if they bring a new Ugandan, they will give a trial to a new customer Ugandan. If you are a Nigerian, they will give you a customer who is a Nigerian, like that, to make trials. So my trial, I felt like dying, and I finished, because the lady, for her, the lady I was making the hair, she was okay with the Ugandan style cornrows, the one you make and you turn around like this. But the rest of the salon and the rest of the customers, we are not ready to have the such lines which we are making here, or many of you are making here. It's not a style, it's not the proper way of making cornrows. So for her, she was okay. And because of that, like that experience I passed, because of that time, it was hard for me. And so I started to shiver. I cannot make the hair, you know, everything turned around. A person whom I used to finish in 3 hours, I came to 5 hours, I haven't finished. Then one Ethiopian lady, she's still my friend. I love you, Beza, Salam Nish. I love you so much. She's the one who came to me and told me, let me take over so that she can finish the lady. And she had to finish me to start from here until here, so that she can take over the behind part, because she couldn't change hands in between the style. They would show. Then from that day, my boss ordered not to touch in anyone's hair, guys, to make lines. Then I was okay. Then another day, guys, it's a long story. Just know in 9 years I have a book. If I could make a book, I would have volume 1 or book 1, book 2, book 3, until I came back and I settled here in Uganda. That day, she told me not to touch in anyone's hair to make lines. They have tried. Then I asked my fellow employee, she was a Ugandan, I love you, Jane. I really, I'll never forget you, Jane. Jane is in Kansanga. She's a hairstylist. She has a salon here, IUK. She was there for me. Jane was there for me, because the day I reached in the salon, I had to join the room where we all of us sleep. Remember, guys, let me cut the story short. I will come back with another part of the salon. That day when I reached, remember I was told that there are many clothes and shoes in UAE. They are here too much. Then I was like, okay. I was told to go in our room where we sleep at around 9 at night. And when I reached there, they had prepared everything. The blanket, the bed sheet, and the mattress, everything on the bed. Then she told me, Jen, this is your bed. Then we are talking. And for her, the day I arrived, she was off. So I found her in the room already. Then she had cooked matoke because I brought some matoke. She was happy to see me. Until now, she's still my friend. And I'll never forget Jen. I always love Jen. Even if she wrongs me badly, I cannot forget that time when she was there for me. When I had no one, though my husband was there, but I was not sleeping with him. He was a bit like 3 buildings, surprisingly, from my place. But I could not, like that day, Jen was there. Time came in, I had to sleep at night, but already I was scared in my heart. Then at around 3 o'clock, deep in the night, because of the AC was high, I started to shiver. The stomach was like this. The stomach was paining me. I felt cold. I couldn't talk because I was like. Then Jen woke up. She had to get her suitcases. She opened them. She gave me a wool jacket and stockings and gloves. She told me, sleep in this. Don't sleep because you are just new here. The weather, you don't know the weather, and here there is a lot of AC. These people like a lot AC too much, so always sleep in this. I still have the jacket. I still have that wool jacket because I kept it because Jen gave it to me. Guys, I have too much to tell, but I know also you were there. You know that first day you arrived in that country where you are right now. Guys, I cannot forget Jen. Jen, I will never forget you. I will never forget Jen. She's a hairstylist and she's located in Kansanga. She has a salon. She's ready. She was there when no one was there, even when my husband was not there, because remember Jen was working with me and my husband were just seeing each other at night after work. But for her, Jen was with me. Even because we were exchanging words, the language, so she could tell me, do like this. She could tell me, no, leave that one. This one is like that. So really, I know, guys, I think if you were there and you have that person who was there for you when you went abroad or where you were, guys, you have to respect that person. Because if it was not that person, maybe you would have, you were, I don't know what to say. Maybe by now you should have been dead, because Jen was there for me. I faced a Nigerian who was terrible to me, but at the end of the day, I also made her terrible. She faced me also, because you know, when you are new somewhere, they will always face you, they challenge you. But for today, let me end here. But just know I still have, the story is still long. I appreciate, and if you are my subscriber, thank you so much for returning. And if you are new here, guys, subscribe. Let us enjoy together. I have a lot to say. I have prepared too many things. I have prepared work, that is the artwork, hairstyling. And if you would like to say something in the comment section, also you can tell me that, talk about this. But I know, guys, what I'm speaking right now, of what I've told you, or the story I'm trying to express to everyone, or to explain to everyone around the world, you have passed through that story, though it's not in UAE or abroad, in the workplace where you are right now, because always newcomers face a lot of challenge. So thank you so much for staying here. I'll meet you in another addition of our story. That will be the part 2 of our story, because I still have a lot and to explain more how I met many Ugandans, what happened before COVID, how many jobs I've worked in their proper numbers of jobs I've worked, not only hairdressing, not only teacher, but I have worked many part-time jobs so that I can earn a living. So thank you so much. I cannot forget to say hi to Beza Salam Ninish, that is the Ethiopian, and also my lovely friend that was Peace, who was a problem to me when I joined the salon, but she's still a friend to me, and she's a Nigerian in their state, their main state. Yeah, hi Peace, how are you? Hope you're fine. Yeah, Kenkmike. I cannot remember the language, but at least. Then I love Rose. Rose was this former friend, recent friend. I miss you, Rose. We always talk. Rose, como está ka? I love you so much. Guys, have a good day. Bye.